Hey guys, what's up? I've just got the latest and greatest iOS 6 running on my iPod Touch, and today I'm going to show you how to jailbreak it. Now do keep in mind this is a tethered jailbreak, and this will only work on A4 devices, so that is the 4th generation iPod Touch, the iPhone 4, and it'll also work on the iPhone 3GS and the 3rd generation iPod Touch, and that should be it. Alright, so what you guys want to have first, obviously, is to have the 6.0 IPSW file, which you can download it from Apple or from iTunes. You want to make sure you have that handy. You also want to make sure you have the latest build of Redsn, which is 0.9.13 Dev 4. Alright, so I'm just going to walk you through how to jailbreak an iOS 6 iPod Touch. So you can see here, I'm running Mountain Lion, so I need to right click on it and choose Open. Hit Open. Just wait for it to load. Now you can see here it says this is the latest developer version. That's what we want. It's already recognized my iPod is running 6.0. What you want to do is hit Extras and choose Select IPSW. So I'm going to go to my Downloads folder, select the iPod 4.1 6.0 IPSW file, and hit Open. Now you can see it's identified it, and it will be used for the rest of the Redsn session. That's what we want. So if we go back, what we need to do from here is just click on Jailbreak. You'll see it's processing the kernel and it's doing all sorts of things. Alright, so now we have various options here. What you want to do is make sure that install SSH is checked. We'll need this later to install Cydia because for some reason the iPhone dev team haven't updated Redsn to include Cydia by default. And you can really, you don't need the install custom bundle. Enable battery percentage, that's really up to you. You can get it later. Anyway, so what we're going to do is click Next, and it's going to ask us now to put it into DFU mode. Alright, so to put it into DFU mode, you want to first make sure that it's connected to your computer, and the first thing we're going to do is just turn it off. Okay, so now that the iPod is off and connected to the computer, what we want to do is put it into DFU mode. So you hold the power button for 3 seconds, and then hold both the power button and the home button until the screen flashes white. And then let go of the power button and just hold the home button. And as you can see here on the screen, it has recognized it and will now begin the jailbreak. So as you can see here, it is now performing the jailbreak on the device. You look here on the computer, it says tether jailbreak. The jailbreak for this device is currently tethered. What this means is that if you ever have to reboot or restart your iPod, you're gonna have to have it connected to a computer that's running Redsn, the latest build of Redsn, in order to be able to reboot your iOS device. So we'll click OK. And now the rest of this happens on the device, so you could unplug it if you wanted to, but I'm just going to leave it unplugged just for the sake of having it unplugged. What I'm just going to do is close Redsn and reopen it because we'll need to use it later in another step. Alright guys, so I believe it has just finished going through the jailbreaking process. You can see here we do have the Apple logo on screen, which indicates that the iPod Touch is rebooting. So we'll just wait for it to reboot and see what we get. Alright guys, so as you can see here, the iPod Touch has restarted, and we'll just go slide to unlock. I'll enter in my passcode. So it looks mostly the same. I'm just going to quickly prove to you guys, just to disprove the naysayers. I'll go to General, About. You can see here my iPod Touch is running 6.0, so this is legit. Alright, so yes, this is jailbroken, but as you can see, there is no Cydia icon here, and that's what I'm going to show you in the next part of this video. Alright guys, so before we work to get Cydia on this jailbroken iPod Touch, what we want to do is turn it off and put it back into DFU mode so that we can boot it tethered again. So now that it is off, I'm just going to go back into Redsn, click on Extras, again, select the IPSW. Alright, so where is it? There it is. Select the IPSW, hit OK to that box, go back, and we want to go into Extras and choose Just Boot. So we'll go hit Next, and I'll just get it back into DFU mode again. Alright, so you can see that the screen is black, but it is now in DFU mode, and it will restart it again. Alright, so my iPod has restarted, so what we'll do, we'll go slide to unlock. And as you can see, we still have no Cydia icon yet. So what we're going to do is head into Settings, tap on Wi-Fi, check that you're connected to a Wi-Fi network, make sure you're connected to a Wi-Fi network, and then what you want to do is tap on this little blue arrow here to the right, and you want to make sure you can see your IP address, because what we're going to do, we're going to SSH into this iPod Touch and install Cydia through SSH. So what you want to do is make sure that you're at a computer that can do that. So for you Mac users that are running OS X, you can just use Terminal, or if you're on Windows, you can use a program like Putty to do this. So what you want to do is open up your terminal and type in SSH space root at, and then put in the IP address that is listed on your device. So as you can see here on my computer screen, it has asked, are you sure you want to continue connecting? I'm just going to type in yes and hit enter. Alright, and now it's asking for the password. Now the password you want to type in is very simple, it's just Alpine. Then you hit enter, and now you can see we have root access. Now I'm going to open up text edit here. I've got this piece of text from the internet. This is what you want to do to install Cydia on your device. So I'm just going to copy that, paste it into my terminal, and hit enter. So as you can see here, it is doing a couple of weird things to the home screen on my iOS device. If that's happening to you, just don't worry about it, just let it do its thing. So you can see here that my dock is just going crazy, and so is my home screen. Don't worry about that. It's completely normal. Just let it go through the whole process. Alright, so as you can see here, it is like respringing my device. You can see here through the terminal that it has finished. Oh, you can even see it's got us a little message. So as you can see here, my iPod has resprung. So I'm just going to enter in my password. And as you can see here, we do have a Cydia icon, so that's pretty good. But I know from previous jailbreaking experiences that it is probably best to just restart my iPod again before I do anything with Cydia. Alright guys, so my iPod has turned on again. So we'll just enter in the password again. And we'll just swipe over and open the Cydia app. Now, for those of you that are familiar with jailbreaking like I am, you'll pretty much know what's going to happen next. This is about it. It says here, preparing file system, Cydia will exit when complete. And depending on the size of your device, like whether you got a 16, 32, 64 gigabyte version, it'll take longer. It'll have varying times depending on the capacity of your device. Just sit through it all, and I'll tell you what to do next. Alright, so I do believe my iPod just resprung after Cydia was preparing the file system. So just to be on the safe side, I'm going to turn it off and put it into DFU mode and reboot it again. Okay guys, so as you can see here, my iPod has rebooted once again. So what we're just going to do now is tap Cydia and hope that it works. As you can see here, it is working. This is, any of you that are familiar with the jailbreaking process will pretty much know, this is the Cydia we all know and love. If I scroll down here, you can see. If I scroll down here, you can see it says iPod Touch 4G, iOS 6.0. So, that's the proof there. This is a tethered jailbroken iPod Touch, 4th generation, running iOS 6. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Watch out for my next video. because in that I'm going to show you how to install a semi-tether, which I'll explain in my next video. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe.